Wednesday night that the president will be speaking. Can you talk a bit about what he sees as his role at the convention? Is it to defend his own record, make a case for Secretary Clinton? How does he balance those two? And are there any insights you can share into the speech writing process, how far along it is?
Well, I know that I can tell you that the speech writing process has begun, but I think the president would be the first to say that he feels like there's still a lot of work that needs to be done to get that in shape. So I would anticipate that he'll be working on that over the course of this week and over the weekend. So with that in mind, I can tell you that certainly part of the speech will be devoted to laying out the values and priorities that President Obama has been fighting for over the last 7 years, and underscore how important it is that that fight continues. By focusing on the middle class, by focusing on how the United States can advance our interests around the world, including through the use of diplomacy, has yielded a lot of progress for the country. Our country is more prosperous and safer than when President Obama took office. And the president believes strongly that we can't afford to flush that progress down the drain. It's so important that the next president is somebody with the judgment and skill, experience, leadership to build on that progress. And that's the overarching case that the president will make, and I think it's the kind of case that the president hopes will resonate not just with Democrats who are committed to progressive values, but also among Americans that may not have a deep attachment to one party or the other. So, obviously the core of the president's agenda and his speech will be those progressive values. But he believes there's a very strong case to make, even to Americans that aren't registered Democrats, but are concerned about making sure that the next generation of Americans has an opportunity to succeed in the same way that previous generations have. The president's enormously confident about that. The president's bullish on the prospects of future generations of Americans. And he'll have an opportunity to describe why.
Stipulating what you said about his own viewing habits this week, is there a degree to which his speech might change, or his thoughts about what he might want to say